Hello everybody. Welcome to Coppercoin's Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E065, a 1960D small date Cincinnati branch of the Fed Reserve Bank of Cleveland roll. How's everybody doing today? Oh, I forgot the giveaway. Give me just 1 second and I will find a box of giveaways. Perfect. Hey, Robert, how are you? Thanks for joining. Let's see what we got in here today. Sure these are right. That one is. And that one is. All right. So let me get the giveaway out over here. Hey, Aunt Dennis. How are you doing today? The giveaway is a copy of 125. You can see it right on the top of the mint mark. Hey, Kevin. How are you today? Thanks for joining. Oh, what'd you find, Robert? Giveaways coin number 24. $90p rolls, I think there is a couple varieties, but they're not one that is like stuffed with varieties. Well, let's open this roll up and get this show on the road. All right, got them open here. Let me open my web page up to the small date section in case we find anything. All right, there we are. Let's get this reveal going. Coin number 1 goes to Frostbite. Move this and straighten her back out. Back it out just a little. Hey, Roger, how are you? Thanks for joining. As far as double dies in the obverse and reverse, there are a couple, but not a ton. The one DDO I can think of is actually coupled with, I believe it's 1MM113. Hey, Frostbite, how are you? And that's the first coin of the roll in the books. Coin number 2 goes to Jim Fletcher. Hey Parvis, how are you today? I'm going to just bump the light up just a tad. Still too close. I'm not sure. I know a lot of them in the late 80s, even in the mid 80s, were kind of flat and didn't have much of a rim on them. And of course, the coins you see now, they don't have much of a rim at all. And it looks like I'm going to have problems with my focus today. We have a normal coin for Jim. All right, I'm trying. I'm focusing. Third coin is for Cookie. All right. That, I'm pretty sure, let me get my lights set different, is an RPM. You can see the first RPM of the roll. Let's see if we can't diagnose this. It's not in the first 10. Not that. That one's too low. Don't think it's that one, but it could be. I think it's this one. And it is 1mm 117. Very cool. So the first RPM is 1mm 117. I'm going to write that on a note and stick it on that. See if there's any other markers besides that. Oh, right there's one right there over the Y. Looks like yeah, you can barely see it. Right here, there's a little die gouge. So that's how we picked that out. Oh, and there's the one I was thinking. Die scratch coming out the R. That's also a marker, as is these little die gouges right here. Very cool. Hey, Stonecutter, how are you today? Put this little tag on it. Coin number 4 goes to Sissy. And this is the same as the die that was coin number 1. You can tell by the big die crack between the 9 and the 6. Die break is just starting to form in the B here too. We got one copy of 1mm117 so far, Carl. But we're only on coin number 4. Oh man, don't talk like that, Stonecutter. You just sent a shiver up my spine. I am not built for -20 anymore. I gave that up 10 years ago. Coin number 5 goes to Paul Hampton. Not sure what that is. Well, it's not that. Here, I'm going to pull that off real quick and take a peek with the loop. That's interesting. Let's see. I think that's a die gouge, but I'm going to hold it aside so I can really get the scope on it. I've never seen that before. Yeah, it was a beautiful day today, wasn't it, Parvis? Yeah, I'm going to put this aside because that needs to be studied a little bit better. I do think it looks like a die gouge. But wow. Yeah, it's a die gouge. I just put my 14X on it, and definitely. But I'm still going to look at it better. Coin number 6 goes to Taco John. See what we can get. We get it looks to be an RPM. And I don't think it's the same. Let me look back here. 17 is flush. It is not the same. Go to the top of this page. It's not that. that. It's that. 1mm121. So I'm going to write that one down and put it on a tag. Very cool. So we're getting some varieties out of this roll. We were due for one. The last couple rolls have kind of been a bummer. All right. So Taco John gets an example of 1mm121. Uh, 117, not 17. Dennis. So far, it's a good roll, Stonecutter. Coin number 6, and we got 2 RPMs in it. So, coin number 7 goes to Wanda. Nothing on the date and mint mark. Just focus up a little bit. Gotta move the light around a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so far we've got a copy of 1mm117 and 1mm121. And a normal coin for Wanda. Coin number 8 goes to Doug. I'll be doing the roll reveal 386 E68 about 10 minutes after this reveal. Get both 60D small date rolls out of the way. I appreciate your guys' participation. How much is a 1mm17? Do you mean what's it worth? It probably has not been updated on the site in a long time. I would say this is pretty accurate. If it's 65, about $7 to $10 on average, uncirculated, probably $5. That's about right. Maybe a little more, depending. I mean, a 60. You get a 66, 67, 60D small date, I think it's actually worth, God, just don't quote me on it, but I think it's a $50 coin because none of them grade that high. So a lot of these, the prices on the price guide are really not accurate. I have seen people sell the minor small date RPMs for, $2.50 a piece, and I've seen people get $15 for them. I guess it's if you need it. Yeah. Well, I'm saying if you graded when they wouldn't put the 1mm17 designation on it because it's not FS listed unless you went to Annex, and then it would be $30 to get it graded. I think Carl knows how much that is. But these aren't 66 coins. So, and getting an MS66 in, yeah, and that's an outdated price because those prices haven't been updated since, Lord, probably the early 2000s. That is supposed to go into the next build of the website. If you go to PCGS, let me see what a. Let's see here. If I can find it. All right. $60D small date. Yeah, I mean 66 is a $30 coin. 67 is when they go up real fast after 66. That's what I thought. It was somewhere around $30. Coin number 11 goes to Parvis. Huh. That's a strange looking one too. I'm not sure that that's an RPM. Boy, it sure looks like an RPM. That's kind of a nice one. Let me see if that one is listed. That's one that didn't hit the memory banks. Let's see. Not that. Wow, this is a unique one. I've never, like I said, it's not triggering a memory. I've got most of these semi-memorized. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm going to hold this one aside. There isn't Stonecutter. The only reliable prices that you can get is when you sell the coin. So the best price guide is just keeping track of sales. I thought so too, Roger, but it's too far south. That's what I looked at originally, and it's just got a strange upper serif. I just don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. That's it. That's right. And when you start seeing how much stuff sells for, that's a good source. Next coin is for Sirig. I hope we find a couple more of those. Because that would make that easier for my brain to digest if I found 2 or 3 of those in a row. That's the best thing about going through rolls, that when you find repeaters is you have something to judge all the coins by. Repeatable markers, all that stuff. When you have singles, you can see a die scratch or a die gouge and you think it's going to be there, but sometimes it's not there on the other coins. Die break in the 6, got some strong concentric die scratches across the body. And we are only 13 coins in. Did they? Oh, let me go back and look at that. It just didn't seem to have enough flare up on the top. Don't match that one. I don't know. I guess it's possible, but I don't see. Well, here, let me look for that. Well, it don't have that either. The filled E. Yeah, I don't know. Next coin is for Chris Early. See what we can get for Chris. Oh, I mean, I remember that they're listed. I still have to go to the listings and kind of look them up. I just, when I see something, I usually remember that I see it. That's why a lot of times I'll just be going around and I'll see a die marker and it'll make me go check something. $233. I didn't even go back that far. Let me go look. See, there is no lower serif at all on this coin. So I don't know. I'm going to have to really look into it. 233 seems to... I try, Dennis. I try. See what I had going on here. I gotta get my everything straightened out now. Guess I should look at this coin before I put it away. All right, I did look at it. Yeah, but this coin doesn't have any lower serif, Carl. It's just got the upper serif, so it's like a rotated. If it is an RPM, it would be rotated counterclockwise. Next coin is for Dennis. And a die I don't recognize seeing before. Coin number 16 goes to Ant. Lob right on the mint mark. Recognize this die through those die scratches on Liberty. Coin 17 goes to Carl. I did start putting packages together today, and I actually got a couple mailed out. So relatively soon, hopefully y'all will get your packages. Next coin is for Doug. What I was doing is that had a bunch of die scratches through the date, and I was looking at that unidentified coin to see if those die scratches matched that, and I could make that, say that it was a bag mark or something like that. I could say it wasn't a RPM. Next coin is for Wanda. Was going through reveals this morning, and there's that one, and this should be a normal coin. See, let me look at that. That was 2 coins ago. That was Carl's coin. Oh, it was on this. I'm holding these out because I don't know what that is. I do think it's a die gouge when you get in real close. And this was where I was going. We did a 40... Let's see, where is it at? Is this coin right here? 44D roll that we thought we found, doubled eyelid, and I am convinced it's die deterioration and not a doubled eyelid, because when you turn it, I can't get the picture up here, I don't think. Let's see if I can. Oh, see, it did do it. All right, so we'll get that. Let's see if I can open a picture up. This right here is what we saw in the reveal. And if you notice, it's just like jagged all the way down. And then you have a bunch of die scratches where they've really scratched right here. I'm thinking that's die deterioration and not a doubled eyelid. So I'm not listing that just because I've picked it up 3 times, and every time I look at it, my first instinct is that it's not a doubled die. There are 236 right now on copper coins. There's almost 300 on Wexler. And of course, Konecka's got 113. But something tells me that there will be more than 113 on Konecka pretty soon. So I'm going to hold this aside with the other 2 examples just to see what Chuck thinks about that. I sent him that picture of the eyelid, and he agreed with me. He says, you know, we can't prove that it is. It could be, but until we can link it to something, we're not going to list it. So when you get a coin and you look at it, that's what's going on. And I think, let's see who's got them. Where are they? It was Brian, Josie, Sissy, Malcolm, Carl, and Ant. Just wanted to let you guys know I was going to send you an email, but I might as well show you a picture instead. And there's another one just like that. I am curious about that. I'll have to look through all my small date Wexler coins. Yeah, I just wanted to explain it to you. I try to, you know, if I'm certain, I don't usually send out something like that, but that one is, I gotta be able to link it to a double die before I can actually go with it. Back this down a little bit. There was a nice RPM in that 44D roll, 1mm15, and there was like 8 copies of it in there, so a lot of people got one. Coin 22 goes to Jim Fletcher. Hey Thon, how are you? Thanks for joining. I hope I pronounced your name properly. All right, I got it. This is what I was looking for. This, take a look at those die scratches. Let me double check. Yeah. See if we can find something else. Turn that this way. You see these die scratches. This is a normal coin, and I'm going to show you the coin we got for Parvis that I said it looked like it could be an RPM. It is definitely a bag hit. I'm going to pull this aside. I'm going to get coin number 11 back out. And there you go. Matching die scratches there. And then you go like this. And there's the matching die scratches there. So this is not an RPM. Now you can see part of the process that I go through when I research these rolls out. A lot of the times when I have questions, I start looking for stuff like that. Coin 23 goes to Paul Hampton. And there's the same die again. The same die. So you turn it like that, and there's the die scratches. So that there was part of my process when I go through and assign new numbers when I look through a roll. Coin 24 goes to Taco John. And I'm actually trying to do it more during the reveal now, so you guys can see what I do to identify them. Our goal is to make the website to where anybody can identify them. So there's no need to send them in to get them identified or anything like that. All you got to do is open a web page up and identify it. Oh, yes. Sorry. Here's Taco. Was that Taco John? Taco John gets the giveaway, which is a copy of 1MM125. This one's kind of greasy. But congratulations, Taco John, on that. Let me write a note here. We'll be doing the same giveaway for the next roll, too. Have a same copy. Taco John. All right, now we get to Chris Hurley. I definitely got to work on that. There's something. See if we can't find this one. Oh, let's see. It looks like it could be. Oh, I'm not sold yet. Let's see if we can find a marker here. All right, that don't match, so that's not that, is it? No. Thought it could be 109. Not that. Let me get the mint mark back up here again. Well, it could be this one. And it is. It's 1MM 113. And on this one, see if I can get the scope to view it. This is a double die also. In this die state, it's hard to see. let's look at a different die state. Let's look at this one. There we go. That's it right there. On the real early die states, so you can see thickness right here in the G and on the O and up on the D right here. And in the real early die states, you can see, matter of fact, I actually have one on my desk somewhere that is an early die state, I think. I was just doing this when I was doing my master set yesterday. Yes, I do. And the early die state coins, you can see a little top of an L right there. And I'll show you an early die state coin right now. So let me write that this is 1mm 113. 113. And it's 1DO number 5 also. Yeah, you can also see it here. Let me go back to we. See if we can get it to show up on the E. This example is not the best as far as seeing the line running across the bottom of the E, but you can see the thickness here, how it goes out. And it actually looks like there's a little tip on the T too. My early die state don't have it, but let me put this aside for Chris's coin, and I'll show you an early die state coin. Hope you guys don't mind that. I'm kind of getting off focus here. All right, there's the early die state coin. And you can see just the little tip of the bar L. And of course, thickness on Liberty. You can see extra thickness there. But when you go to God, it shows up a lot better because it's a lot crisper. You can kind of see it at the bottom here, thickness up here. See if I can turn it to get where you can see the, and then right here you can see the bottom of the E. The lighting is not the best. You can see separation right there also. Yes, lower mint mark split. All right, coin 20. Oh, let me wrap these up. So, I don't have a disaster. All right, coin 26 goes to Parvis. Parvis gets one of those that's got that unique, not sure what that is. I think it's just a die gouge. And the more I look at this, the more I think it is, because you see these die scratches all running this way. This kind of goes parallel with that, but I'm still going to take a better look at it. Got a little struck through on this one too, it looks like. Oh, I got to ask Chuck about that. He's going to be coming down, and if he comes down, I'll have him bring it, and we'll do some sort of reveal / roll dig and figure out something to do with the coins that we find in it. Oh, I'm going to put that in that pile. Next coin is for Stonecutter. I really enjoyed doing that roll dig I did the other day. Now this looks like 1mm 118. Let me go back and double check this. Yeah, I would say most definitely Let's see if there's an E filled. There's not, so it would be an early die state. Or is this 233? Let's go to 233. I confused 233 for 118 the last time I went through this. It is 233. Let's see if we find that die scratch over here. And we do. Right there's one of the markers, this long, thin die scratch. This little die gouge right here. So this is definitely 1mm 233. One mm 233. Man, a lot of different dies in this roll. All right. Hey, P. Adams, how are you? Yeah, it wasn't, Dennis. It was actually 1mm 233. They're very close. 233 is a copy that crosses to Wexler 153, I think. And the other one crosses to, God, I don't remember. My brain is failing. 1mm or Wexler 141. There is just slight differences to them. Yeah, I wish that he would. Yeah, me too. I have found them about 15 years ago, and I have never found one since. But all of them I've ever found came out of small date rolls. That being said, I have two friends that found them in large date rolls. So the small over large date over D's, I don't know. It's hard to put a value on it, but you could say around $100. I mean, that's what I would say. Especially if it was raw, I would probably be under $100. If it's graded, they usually go for between 130 and 150, and that all depends on the grade. Also, that's just like an average grade. Who's coin 28? Coin 28 was Sereg. Coin number 30 goes to Carl. And oh, guess not. I thought for sure I was going to see splits on that. I'm going to actually look at this loop with the loop. And there is splits on it. That's because I'm going to put this back down here, but I'm going to set the coin up a little different. That's because it is a copy of 1mm 117. Pretty sure that was the one. Nope. Which one? We found one earlier. I can tell by these two little die gouges right here. Let's see. One mm 121. That was what it was. So we did get one. Yeah, the coins are pretty good, Anthony. The early 60s rolls do definitely have quality issues. I think you got a variety, Stonecutter. You got one today. Coin 31 goes to Crispy. That is a different one. Very minor, just a split lower serif it looks like. Let's see. I don't know about this one. Let's go back into the 200s. I think there's some minor ones back there. Not that one. Not that one. This one I might have to look it up. See if we can find it. That's not on that page. Nope, I don't see her. Let me do this one again now. There's a minor one. Let's see if it matches that one. No. Well, I don't see this one. So I'm going to have to put this into the research pile. Coin 32 goes to Dennis. See what we can get for Dennis. And a normal coin for Dennis. Next coin is for Ant. Let's see what we can get for Ant. Looks to be good through the obverse. So a normal coin for Ant. we got another small date roll coming up right after this. That way, when I do the pictures, if I have to do pictures or anything, I can process them all at the same time. Heck yeah. Yeah, hopefully you'll get another package within the next week. I'm trying to keep up with it. Long as we can keep getting all the stuff from North Carolina on a timely basis like it's been coming, we got no problems getting them done every week, getting stuff mailed out. And it might come to eventually, I might start signing flip inserts too. We've talked about it, but we haven't finalized it because it has to go more than just me and him talking. He's got to tell ANAX and all that so they know. Coin 36. This was the one that we thought could have been an RPM for Parvis. Coin 37. Let's see. Oh, you can see him. Let me push him down a little bit. Goes to Doug. Ooh. Hit on the mint mark really hard. Hit on the date also. I don't know what hit this coin. Hey, Grandpa Tim. You'll be on time for the second roll because we'll be doing a roll about 5 or 10 minutes after I'm done with this one. Doing another 60D small date. Next coin is for Cookie. I've seen that with that die gouge in here, so we know that that's a normal coin. Coin 39 goes to Wanda. I get to move this light a little bit. These coins are shiny. They're messing with the scope. Coin number 40 goes to Paul Hampton. Little struck through the 9. Kind of cool. I don't recognize this die. You know, a lot of these rolls are, not that I purchased them from Chuck, but I've had a lot of these rolls that I search for 25 or 30 years. I literally got about 500 60D rolls. I used to buy all I could get. Coin 41 goes to Taco John. A lot of bank wrapped rolls sit in this house. The problem is you never know what you're going to get when you open them. A lot of times you open them and they're just junk. They were probably junk 25 years ago when I bought them. But you can't tell. Coin 42 goes to Stonecutter. Let's see if we can't get him a double. No, not today. Yeah, I am missing, let's see, 4, 8, 13 out of the 60 Ds. Then I'll have the whole set. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Coin 43 goes to Crispy. I've been working hard. This is actually my original collection was stolen and sold. And I think this collection is better minus the steel cents in the 80s. Because I actually had a really kind of complete set of steel cents RPMs. I was missing like 3 or 4. Next coin is for Sireg. And now I have very few. They're just too, you can't find them, and they're ridiculously expensive when you do find them for sale. Heck, RPM number 1, 43D, I think people are trying to get $500 for it now. Hey, Farm Dog, how are you today? We have found, some pretty good finds in this roll today, Tyler. We have found, let's see, 5 confirmed RPMs where we've identified them, and then we've got one that I haven't identified, and then we've got a stack of 5 coins that may be, but I think I'm leaning more towards a die gouge at this point. The more I looked at them, and every time I find one, we'll be here waiting for you. Dennis gets a normal coin. Hey, Frostbite, welcome back. Coin 46 goes to Parvis. I think you were, Frostbite. I think, I don't know if you got any coins or, I think I've drawn your coins already. You might be in the next one. I'm not sure. Because so many people wanted in this roll, we had to do 2 rolls. But let's see who's in this. Is Chris, Stonecutter, Taco John, Carl, and Cookie. Yeah, maybe I don't see you here. So you might be in the next roll. I'm not sure. But you were definitely in one of these small date rolls. Next coin for Chris Hurley. Normal coin. You can tell by that die gouge right there. So a normal coin for Chris. Coin 48 goes to Farm Dog. I started about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes early, but this one is kind of carried on a little bit because I got off onto tangents and started looking at other coins and stuff like that. But the next roll, Farm Dog, will start. Probably I'll start right on time at 5:30, because it's going to take me a couple minutes, maybe a couple minutes early to get things. All right, this should be that coin right there, the one we thought was an RPM, because they had incidental die gouge right on the serif that looked like an serif. But we know for sure that they are not now. The last and final coin of the roll goes to Ant. Ooh, that's got some neat toning on it there. Sweet. You get the actual dirt off of that, this is going to be pretty. That's a pretty awesome toner there. All right, folks, I will see everybody in about 10 minutes when I get stuff ready. Yeah, it was blue, Ant. It was like really blue. That's why I say that's sweet. Got these out already. All right, I will see everybody in about 10 minutes. Thanks for joining, guys. Bye.